welcome to today's 5 at 5. I hope you're doing well today. This is the day the Lord has made. Let's rejoice and be glad in it. Today I'm going to be reading from Psalm 103, and this is what it says. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgives all your iniquity, who heals all your diseases, who redeems your life from the pit, who crowns you with steadfast love and mercy, who satisfies you with good so that your youth is renewed like the eagles. That's Psalm 103, 1 through 5. Bless the Lord. Do you want to bless the Lord? Magnify the Lord with me this day? Is he worthy to be praised? We are instructed here to bless the Lord. He is worthy. We are instructed to forget not all of his benefits. You know, it's really easy to forget the benefits of the Lord. It's so easy to take for granted his goodness, his faithfulness, his steadfast love. It's so easy to forget what the Lord has done. I think sometimes we get amnesia. God brings us out of something and we forget. And we have our hand out waiting for the next thing, not thinking about what he's already done, forgetting. It's common as we can see in God's word over and over how the people would forget about what the Lord had done. And so we have to be very cautious that we purposely remember. We take time to remember the faithfulness of God. Look what the Lord has done. Think back to where he's brought you from. Forget not all his benefits, that he saved your soul, that he's made you whole, that he's redeemed you. Forget not. And in his faithfulness, as it continues, he's redeemed our life from the pit. Anybody remember being in a pit of despair? We were hopeless, and had God not sent his son, his only begotten son, to the whosoever, which includes you and includes me, we would be lost and stuck in a pit. But the verse that stands out to me, or the words that stand out to me, are who satisfies you with good. You know, the last 5 at 5, we talked about when Jesus said, my food is, when the disciples were saying, what food is he talking about? They thought he was talking about some physical food, but he was saying that my food is, which is about his satisfaction. My food is doing the will of God and finishing the work of the one who sent me. So satisfaction for Jesus came with fulfilling the will of the Father and completing the work. Here it says, who satisfies you with good. Do you recognize that your satisfaction comes from God? One of the reasons we are dissatisfied in so many ways is because we are trying to satisfy ourselves apart from God. We try to satisfy ourselves in our work, in our accomplishments, in our titles, in our education. We try to satisfy ourselves in relationships with others. We think that that's where the satisfaction is, that we will actually find it in outside of God. The satisfaction we're seeking comes from God. It comes from God. Our heart is going to ache because God has given us a longing and that satisfaction for him. And until we turn to him for that satisfaction, we are going to find ourselves most miserable. So I just want to encourage you that if you are looking for satisfaction through your career, through being associated with this group or that group, being associated with this person or that person, having this title or that title, this promotion, this house, this car, whatever. If you're trying to satisfy yourself with these temporal things, things that don't last, things that don't have any eternal value, you are going to remain dissatisfied. It says, who satisfies you with good. Anybody want to be satisfied with good? Well, if that's the case, look to God, because he is the one that can satisfy your soul. I pray this has blessed you. I pray that you will think on it, meditate on it. And if you notice there's something that you are trying to satisfy yourself with, it's like, let me just say this. I know we're going over a little bit, but it's like you're hungry, right? You need a meal. And instead of eating that meal, there's some candy laying around and, some junk. And so I'm going to eat that. And it's really not going to satisfy me in the moment. For a second, I feel somewhat satisfied, but it's not even good for me. That's kind of what we do when we take our longings elsewhere. It becomes something very unhealthy and not satisfying. So anyway, just added that to our talk today. Hope it blessed you. And I look forward to seeing you on the next 5 at 5. Make sure you share this with someone, because as I always say it with me, we're not blessed for ourselves, but we are blessed to be a blessing. See you soon.